Hey Outlaws, welcome back to Outlaw News. So we've recently been covering AI quite a bit because there's just a lot going on. And honestly, I think AI is going to be in the news multiple times a day. It kind of already is in the news multiple times a day. I want to specifically cover the part where Duolingo is going AI first and just completely getting rid of their contractors for their foreign language learning capabilities. If you guys don't know what Duolingo is, it's basically a mobile app that teaches you foreign languages, which honestly, at this point, I also think people learning foreign languages is just going to not become a thing, more like a very small niche or just an academic pursuit only. Because, as mentioned by others, there's this technology where you can just like plug in your ears, like a little right here, and it will take in what the person said, analyze it, translate it, and then tell it to you in your language. So even now, learning a foreign language now that's still advantageous because if you look at something like modern warfare, like fighting in Ukraine, fighting in other parts of the world, eventually technology does break down when attrition warfare kicks in. It's just not something that can always be kept up to the maximum capability, especially electronic warfare and specifically types of technology that heavily relies on a very set, stable civilian structure of society. Okay. So it's always, I still, like I said, I think it's so good to learn these languages if you can. I've made several attempts. I've made attempts to learn Pashto, Mandarin, Spanish, Tagalog, four languages there. I knew them for a while. And then as soon as I was unable to keep using them, they unfortunately went away. Mostly I was trying to learn them just so I could go to the intelligence sector. It also was during our military deployments. I learned bits of them as well. But again, if you're not constantly using it, it goes away. And honestly, I've been having to really to actually go back and relearn those languages and then immerse myself into it. But you really only have so much time in a day. And honestly, I kind of think only really the passport bros or people that frequently travel a lot really have use of those. But yeah, that could be a good time too. Anyways, so Duolingo is going AI first, replacing contractors with artificial intelligence as the CEO. Now, Outlaws, I said before, I'm not a fan of AI. I don't like it, but it's too late. The genie's out of the bottle. And I'm not even sure I would even call it a genie at this point. This genie might be determining whether or not you get a job. So I understand that human art made by humans better. It's actually something to celebrate. Art, stories, all that stuff made by AI, not so much. But you should still learn how to use it because if you don't learn how to use it, it's used against you, and it looks like more and more often it's going to get used to keep you out of a job. Or even worse, AI is going to be developed in such a way, which it already kind of does, where it only gives you the narrow mindset of those who control the AI, and they don't allow you to have outside information. Like critical thinking, honestly, is going to be the most valuable skill set. And it's a skill set. That people have, and I firmly believe only the elites are going to have it, or the elites' children, and rest of us are just going to be told whatever to do, whatever to think by the AI that's already controlled. Okay, so Duolingo is going to be AI first. The educational technology company announced, adding that it is replacing contract workers with artificial intelligence. And all hands email from CEO Louis von Ahn, which Duolingo shared April 28th on LinkedIn. He said the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania headquartered company will shift to AI. Odd liking to change how the business bet on mobile in 2012. Yep, what you said made all the difference. As decision led Duolingo's app winning 2013 iPhone app of the year and also growing its platform. I used a Duolingo app when I was in the Marines, and then I also had this cute Marine that her and I would learn Mandarin together, and I worked with her quite a bit. Good times. But anyways, so it's a very effective app, and that was back in God, it must have been back in 2014, 2015. So yeah, it's a very effective app. And now the fact that they're sadly getting rid of translators and contract workers, I mean, already being a contract worker in and of itself is just basically a sign that you're not going to have a job permanently for very long. It's going to go whoosh, go away. But now that they're completely getting rid of them, AI only. Oof. Okay, let's talk about President Trump's executive order on AI. Duolingo's decision comes after President Donald Trump signed an executive order on April 23rd to bring artificial intelligence into K-12 schools to better prepare youth for the advanced and rapidly growing technology. By fostering AI competency, we will equip our students with the foundational knowledge and skills necessary to adapt and to thrive in an increasingly digital society. And that's true. And it's very smart for President Trump to actually do that. and to actually force it into K-12, because honestly, everywhere else is doing it. It's going to be a skill and something you need to learn for the future. It's the future is now, Laws. So I recommend honestly taking courses, dabbling with AI. I know it's like fun and easy just to go online and type some things, chat GPT, or have some images being made. Maybe learn how to operate AI as well, or develop an AI platform, AI system, because it's here. It's not going anywhere. And it looks like it's going to replace more and more jobs and more contract opportunities, more and more gig opportunities. I feel like we're going to have a lot of, and I've said this before a long time ago, we are going to have a lot of unemployed people simply because the tech industry, they don't care. I've worked around the tech industry for a very long time. They do not care. It's all about progress, and their version of progress is not necessarily your version of progress. What they care about is how much farther they can push technology, how much more work they can make the technology do, and they do not care about tech contract workers at all. You're very disposable. They don't even care about their own workers. Their workers are also very disposable. So there's a bit of a warning too. If you're trying to get in the tech industry, yeah, that big paycheck may be tempting, but it can go away real fast. So just be careful. Anyways, Outlaws. So like I said, to kind of round this off, Duolingo's using AI, getting rid of people, contract workers. I highly still recommend you learn how to. You can learn how to do coding, but don't bet on it too much because I have a feeling that's going to be going away. Definitely learn how to use AI, learn how to use AI to enhance your ability to do work and make yourself more capable. Because being a manager, I've also seen other managers do that well, where they basically utilize AI to try to hyper maximize their work efficiency up to a point where they can barely even function and think about what's going on, and they can't stay focused. But that's something also that managers hire and managers doing as well, trying to turn AI systems into like their little personal assistants, and outwork everybody else. And oftentimes they try to just create more stuff, more like documents, more spreadsheets. Also, that doesn't really need to exist. It just looks cool, but it's just really in the end quite useless because it's like way too much information to throw at a human being. But it is what it is, man. So again, expect these people to just keep pushing us further and further off the cliff and then pushing us down the cliff once we're already falling, and probably strap a rocket to our body and send it flying down to the ground after they push us off the cliff. And again, it is what it is, man. Some people love AI, some people hate it, but I recommend you learn how to utilize it because people are already getting placed very, very fast. All right, Laws. Hopefully, I get some better news for you later. We'll see you next time.